Hello, welcome to the first ever group podcast. My name is Zach, and I'm here with Mr. Pangans.
Oh,
I'm here with CJ.
Hello.
I'm also here with our editor, Chris. EVS. So today we'll be talking about Saturday matchups for the LCS, and we'll be starting off with Cloud9. We'll be running down the roster. Your top laner is Licorice, jungler Blabber, Niski is the mid laner, then Vulcan are their bot lane. Now, CJ, what do you think of this roster as a whole?
Personally, I dislike it.
What do you dislike about it?
I just don't like Cloud9.
Really? That's your reasoning?
Yeah.
What about you, Engans?
I like how Sneaky's out of it. Out of the roster. I don't like that.
That affects the branding a lot, which is kind of terrible.
Sneaky, Cloud9, he's like a staple, man. I don't know who the fuck these other guys are.
When you think Cloud9, you think Sneaky, you think me. With all these players, the feel of the roster, or like the personalities on the roster, just feel a little more of a serious tone. I don't know how you guys feel about that. What are your opinions on?
Sorry, what was the question?
What do you think of the tone of the roster? Like their personality?
I think the roster is a lot more serious now.
How do you think Blabber's aggressive jungle style will fit in with Licorice's what seems to be an overall balanced playstyle in the top lane? And Niski.
Well, as I kind of posted earlier, top lane doesn't matter right now.
I mean,
so I feel like it could be very good for getting that lead that will do nothing in top lane.
If you look at the LCS as a whole, most of the top laners here are like really good, and a lot of the junglers will be playing top side of the map.
Yeah, especially whenever the changes with Rift Herald, where they're going to lower the Rift Herald health. It'll make Rift Herald a better objective to secure, especially with two of them on the map.
That's true. How do you think Zen and Vulcan will fit in together? Either of you can answer.
Let you go first, Carl.
I think that I've never seen much of Zen. The only thing I've ever seen of Zen was the one time against Team Liquid, where he was playing Ezreal and kind of just threw the game. If he works on that like overconfident playstyle, then it could be really good in the C9 roster.
Honestly, me personally, I'm not a big fan into watching the LCS as a perfect basis. That's why I'm here. I'm here for the casual people who don't like watching LCS. I just hate watching sports in general. But honestly, I question.
He has minimum knowledge on this, so it's a fresh point of view.
Yeah. Okay.
What do you think of the bot lane?
Cloud9's bot lane.
Zen's coming from TSM and Vulcan coming from Clutch Gaming, not Dignitas.
TSM. Clutch Gaming. I don't know. Sounds interesting. Sounds like an interesting matchup. Bot lane.
Now that we've talked about C9 a little bit, how do you think, or let's move on to Team Liquid before we... So, Team Liquid as a roster, they've acquired Impact top lane, Roxa in the jungle, you have Jensen in the mid lane, Double Lift and Core JJ bot. This team really poorly at Worlds, as expected for North American. Probably one of the easiest groups they could have gotten, considering that Group B was never an option. But with the upgrade, or side grade as some like to call it, of Xmithie, now Broxa, what do you guys think of that change? How it'll affect their play?
First, let's hear what you have to think about that, Zach.
Well, personally for me, I think that the upgrade of Broxa is going to be a lot better for jungle pressure, because whenever I see Xmithie play on Liquid, or like with their roster, felt very slow and painful to watch, and he didn't do much. He had what seemed the average jungle control of objectives.
So what you're telling me that he's very passive farming.
Yeah.
All right.
And with Broxa coming in, you have this aggressive European player. The point is he's European.
Bruh, you don't have to call out his nationality like that.
What do you think of the Broxa change?
I like the change to Broxa a lot, as Fnatic has always been one of my favorite teams in all esports titles. But the thing is that happens with almost every player that comes from another region to NA is that as soon as they come to NA, they are washed. So I don't know how Brox is going to handle playing on NA servers. And then Smithy, I don't really know who he is.
Yeah, that's...
Wait, you don't know who X Smithy is?
He's just kind of there.
Bruh, I hear his name as a casual League fan. You know, I've heard his name before.
I think overall, probably will. The thing I'd like to point out is that for the starting week, Broxa is unable to acquire a visa, so Pole Belter is most likely going to be playing the jungle.
Which I think is an interesting thing.
Previously a mid lane main, so it should be interesting. How well do you?
I think that. Sorry, I think that he'll do pretty good actually because I've been like peeping at his streams because I've been really curious about it. Mm-hmm. He's been practicing a lot of his Lee Sin recently.
Seems to be the lane change for jungle player would play in.
Yeah,
Wait,
which just like
what's he playing in the jungle now?
So Pole Belter was previously a mid lane.
Yeah.
Because Brox was unable to acquire a visa for the first week playing jungle for Team Liquid.
Yeah. Like, what's he been playing? That's my question. I remember
playing Lee Sin, he pointed out.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I'm assuming they'll probably just put him on like Sejuani or Skarner duty.
Damn, that kind of sucks.
He's been playing Rek'Sai as well.
Rek'Sai's pretty aggressive.
Like pretty good counter pick to the Lee Sin.
Yeah, strong.
I like Rek'Sai as a pick in general.
Now, who do you guys think is between 9 and TL in this matchup?
I think that Team Liquid's gonna win.
Really? Why do you think Team?
I feel like their team's just a little more experienced.
I agree with that.
And Team Liquid kind of like, although I don't watch a lot of NA like playing at all, Team Liquid kind of just always is the team that stands out the most when it comes to North America.
What about you, Penguins?
You know, since I don't watch much at all, like period. Yeah. No, I'm just saying, dog. Based off my theories, I'm gonna go with Team Liquid, only because Sneaky is no longer in Cloud9, and without him, they don't have star power.
I think that for the first, because this is going to be the first matchup of the first day, I think that C9 will end up taking it just because Team Liquid doesn't have Broxa, and Blabber as aggressive jungler will probably like bully the crap out of Pole Belter and not allow him to do jungling.
Really?
Yeah.
Alright.
And I think that the only way that TL will win how they usually play, and that would be through bot lane. But I don't see Pole Belter getting any of the timings right.
I mean, he's still a good player, like overall, isn't he? Is he not?
But the difference between laning and jungling is just so big in play. Like jungling and solo queue, and jungling and pro play is already a massive difference. So
yeah, but like he's been on the team for how many years now? Or he's been playing pro play for how many years now?
Probably since, I'm pretty sure it's since the beginning.
So like I feel like he could understand the timings, like even while just looking or just being in the mid lane.
But would he be better than somebody who actually mains the role and has an aggressive playstyle?
Oh, definitely not. But I don't think he'll be that bad in the jungle.
We'll just have to see.
Fair. Another thing is like as a lane player, you already know the timings that you want because you see it happen in your lane so often.
It's true.
Just going off of experience of playing, I feel like you'll be able to.
I mean, to be fair here, we're all gold players.
Yeah.
The analyst is pretty poor. Let's move on to the next team / matchup, and we'll be moving on to CLG. CLG's current roster: Ruin, Wiki, Crown, Stixay, and Smoothie. That roster overall just sounds terrible surprise in my mind. What do you guys think of it?
Crown and Song were on the same team, so you know that doesn't sound like horrible synergy.
Song's the coach.
Yikes! I'm looking at the wrong thing. Cut it. I mean, there's still good synergy there, you know. I mean, are you telling me coach between player synergy is not needed?
I think that majority of coaches in the LCS are probably like diamond analysts.
Yeah, but like you still need the synergy, you know, because coach got a coach dog.
The coach speaks, I believe, both Korean and English, but broken English, so it could be.
Yeah, what about Crown? Does Crown speak Korean?
Previously a world champion on the same team as Core JJ as previously mentioned.
Oh yeah.
I think that his play in recent years has been kind of poor. Last year people were calling him the best mid lane in NA, but I think that overall it's just kind of
Crown?
Yeah, it's just overall kind of like not washed up, but he's not where he used to be. I think that the Korean synergy of Ruin and Crown should be interesting to see, but that also doesn't look good to me. Not the jungle, which especially when their jungler is North American.
Sounds like a good underdog story, honestly. I want to see them succeed.
Most people have them highly rated on power rankings, but I don't think the synergy overall will end up working. So that's my opinion on that. What do you think of it, CJ?
I feel like having all the mixed nationalities, it's gonna be a really big downfall in the end, because it's really hard to like communicate that, especially if some players only know broken English.
I mean, it's my favorite language, so
I mean, how much of like the English language are they gonna like hide or like?
Well, they all have English languages, but like in game, it's gonna be pretty big deal.
Like, even if they just say the words, do you not like still get the gist of what's happening or like the timings or whatever? Like, would you still not understand that? Or like, do you need like complete sentences given? Like, if
you need understandable sentences, so like, broken English can be good or bad, but it's still not.
So I'm just saying, like, how good does their English realistically have to be to like speak to each other?
Pretty
like,
decent.
Okay, so what's an example of that?
So, let's say that jungle and mid laner are trying to play for Baron.
Yeah.
Right? They have to convey where everybody is on the map and talk about how they're gonna do it, like how they're gonna be working together to do it, along with the support who also speaks full English. They'll have to help coordinate where who's used what abilities, who's used what like summoner spells.
Okay, so could you not say like no heal and shit like that, or like no flash or no F? Like, is that not still in its? What are you looking at me for, dog? Okay, whatever.
I feel like a big thing is that Koreans have like the accent, so some words may be hard to.
Okay. I can see a case for accents. Okay, but like broken English, I don't see a case for.
The big issue I see with it also is out of game, right? Because you have to talk about what went wrong and just convey all that. But again, they do have the I don't know. I feel like I've contradicted myself at this point.
Yeah, because I don't think broken English is that much of a problem. Accent, I can see being a more problem than broken
I was
English.
thinking of it more as accent, and with the mid and top being Korean, sometimes like they naturally will go to speaking Korean to each other.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. That's a habit I could see happening while they're in game.
Just for me personally, I don't think that will be that great overall, and I think that Crown is overall just a downgrade from Power of Evil.
All right, we should head into the next question.
Yeah.
We've been talking about this for a while.
Let's talk about my favorite team, Dignitas. For their roster, they have Huni top lane, they have Grig in the jungle, they have Frog in mid lane, they have Johnson, a rookie, or an Aframu, veteran, the support player. So this roster overall to me looks like it could be extremely strong, and a lot of people will not agree with that statement. How about you guys?
Actually, right now is the first time I'm actually fully looking at the complete roster. In my opinion, Johnson is actually one of the best solo queue players in the world.
Yeah.
Like, if not the best solo queue player in the world.
I don't agree with that, but like for North
He's
America,
definitely one of the best. Like, he's really good. Or at least in North America.
yeah, he has 4 accounts in top 20 challenger. 2 of them are in top 10.
Yeah. Froggen, an amazing mid laner. Huni is Huni. Like $2.3 million contract.
Introduction.
I think that I actually have really high hopes for this team seeing the roster now.
I think that the only issue I see with this roster is Grig, who had wrist issues for most of last year and ended up getting replaced by his academy player, Acadian, on TSM. And I think Acadian is also on this team, and I think that it'd probably be a lot better for the roster if they swapped overall, just because Acadian has a more aggressive style, probably dies less and gets caught less.
Damn.
Yeah, Acadian's an amazing player.
I agree with that. I think Greg, the first time I ever saw him play was on Echo Fox with Froggen, and that was like, I don't want to remember it. It was so bad. They went 5-0 in the first couple weeks and then fell off. Sad to watch. I mean, the interesting part too is that Huni, Froggen, and Aframu are all very vocal players on their teams, and they all have very different play styles. Huni wants to play through top, be aggressive. Froggen wants to be left alone, and Aframu wants to like shock call and just like be overall the mastermind of the game, from what I can tell.
Mr. PV, can you scroll down, sir? Good sir. Like to see the roster so I can make a. Thank you.
Damn editors, I tell you.
Thank you, man. Big money. So what were we talking about? What team? Dignitas?
Yeah, Huni and Froggen and Aframu have these different play styles,
Mm-hmm.
and they're all very vocal
different.
players on their team. Who do you think will
So-
get their way? How?
I was literally going to ask who has like the leadership role on their team, or like
I mean,
is the captain?
$2.3 million top laner. So
Is it actually
then
the top
Afro.
laner?
Just IGL in general.
there's a part of me that think that contradict, but then again, if Froggen wants to be left alone, it leaves Grig just to play topside. But can Grig even play topside? Can he even play?
I think the top laner will get what he wants. I say he'll get what he wants. You know.
I mean, CJ,
Considering
top doesn't
his-
matter. So,
It doesn't matter as much as mid lane or jungle right now. Jungle's a very important role.
jungle support center coming back.
Yeah, along with like if your mid laner's back or down, there's all of your roams just kind of losing its value. Like, and Froggen plays like his favorite champions to play are pretty much like Anivia and Zoe.
Vel'Koz too.
Yeah, like Vel'Koz,
You gotta
So
come
he's
in,
got
buddy.
these like
I want to see your face, dog.
Okay.
between
You're
Anivia
you're on the border.
and stuff like that. Like if he picks Anivia, that's more of like he's gonna have this slow play style, especially with like
Very
I
skill
don't remember
heavy.
when it happened. With the R changes where it takes a lot more mana now.
I feel like this roster is going to work very well together, as long as behind the scenes there's no conflicts in like, oh, Huni, why were you diving them top lane when we were trying to get Rift Herald, or Afro, why were you randomly sitting at Fountain? No reason. I mean, those are extreme examples, but
Let's go over to the next question, good sir.
so between these two teams, CLG and Dignitas, who do you think will win the two, and why? I'll let CJ start off again.
I'm gonna go. Well, I'll give a quick. I'm gonna go with Dignitas.
Yeah, good decision.
I don't know. All the positives you guys were talking about makes me think Dignitas.
I'm biased, by the way.
What?
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to agree.
Not biased, by the way.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to agree with Dignitas taking the first games here.
Yeah, I'll PayPal you after, but yeah,
Well-
Dignitas.
Mr.
Because-
Editor, what do you think then? Is it not gonna be Dignitas?
Say it carries. Every game.
You okay? Well, you think Johnson, this solo queue god, will be able to convey basically the same skill set over to pro play and destroy stick? Okay. Boomer. Our next topic.
Actually, one second. I have a note to say about Johnson. Season 10 is doomed when he only has a 50% win rate right now.
I mean, Bjergsen and Jensen have like what 40% each.
Yeah,
1%
they do.
difference.
Jensen for the first like 3 days was actually platinum
I mean,
with like almost 80 games played.
that's because NA slow.
Is that how bad solo queue's gotten? I haven't played one rank game this season, and I'm already like 100 times happier.
Let's go into 100 Thieves, everybody's favorite apparel team. Who doesn't own 100 Thieves jersey?
I don't.
Hoodie? Neither do I.
Honestly, the logo looks pretty good.
It does.
I'd buy one if I was given the chance.
Anyway, probably run down the roster, which is someday in the top lane. Have Ryoma, an Oceanic import in mid lane. Have Cody-san as the carry, and then we have Stunt coming in as support. A key thing I'd like to note for this roster is that they brought back Medios and Cody. They have their Sunday Medios for. Think of that.
I think that it's good.
Who's their top laner?
What do you think is good about it?
Well, actually, I was watching how their boot camp went. I watched the video about how their boot camp was going, and their roster seemed so like happy together. There was no arguments through the entire boot camp. There was just constant nice scrimming where everyone was enjoying themselves and no one was like
Everybody
the big
seemed very
egos weren't
happy.
coming out.
I think that bringing back these players and Medios someday and Cody's son, they play very well together, and those three players alone is what got them to finals in spring. I believe it was finals.
So let me get this right. They weren't on a team, and now they're on 100 Thieves. They've been just signed to 100 Thieves.
They were on 100 Thieves in 2018 spring.
Okay, so
Medios ended up getting kicked for some reason. And then Cody's son ended up getting kicked when they went to Worlds. He didn't play a single game of Worlds, but they brought him along, which is kind of taunting, kind of mean.
I don't know, man. I don't know how they're gonna do in coming back in.
I mean, the main reason Medios came back was because they acquired Papa Smith.
Yeah.
What do you think of
Papa
that?
Smith,
Yeah.
he's gonna make 100 Thieves maybe do something.
He's a god among men.
Yes.
Yeah. Only Korean caster for me. Now he gone.
Yeah.
I
I like LS. So.
Okay, boomer. Anyways,
Are you a sinner?
let's just not talk about this. Wrong. This roster overall looks very strong, and I think they could possibly get top 4 in the split. But we should probably move on to the next topic. Guardians. Our editor has GGS put up, but that's not what they are anymore. They're GG now.
Wait, what was the other G?
Golden Guardians. GS. Now they're GG. Golden Guardians without the S.
Wow.
They rebranded, so that's the big difference.
Why? Oh, they rebranded. Okay.
So I gotta look at this roster again because I like to forget about it because of how terrible it is.
I know nothing about them, but I do have their logo. I mean, their icon on League. So
Yeah, you're welcome.
still have no idea anything about them.
Their top laner is Hanser. Their jungler is Closer, who is a Turkish import.
Pog, I've heard of
Their
Hanser.
mid laner, the only NA mid laner right now, Golden Glue.
Is Hanser good? I've heard his
Hanser's
name.
good.
Yeah.
And then in their bot lane, they have FBI as the AD carry and Keith as the support who will swap from AD. When they already had Ole who will swap from mid to support. Overall, this roster is just terrible.
But Hanser.
Yeah,
It
it doesn't look good.
I don't think Hanser can carry this team. I think the bot lane is just gonna int hard.
Really?
Keith was like, whenever you see him play, even in academy, he just kind of inted. And he's playing AD carry, his main role. Support
Have they played on a team before? Or are they just like newly signed players?
Golden Glue and Keith played on C9 Academy together.
What about the? Oh, I mean, I keep looking at the wrong thing.
It's okay.
I keep looking at Coach Dog.
I mean, Coach Anero is probably the best coach.
Really?
He used to coach Tainted Minds, which was an OC, so he keeps bringing in all these OC players.
Oceania?
Yeah.
I just wanted to make that clarification.
What do you guys think of Golden Glue being the only North American mid laner and being on this dumpster fire team?
I think that as the only North American mid laner, he's got to show that NA is still somewhat here.
NA?
I mean, over 50% now, I'm pretty sure, is all sports because of green cards and stuff. I think that Golden Glue is going to perform well.
You mean work visa?
You know what? We're not getting into that because I'm slightly dumb.
Yeah, you need a work visa, my guy.
Just think about this. So you have the team tag, which is GG. You have Grayson something Gilmer, Golden Glue. Like, do they have enough G's in the mid lane?
That is 3 G's in the mid lane.
It's like 5 G's because he has like his middle name is also a G.
Honestly, it sounds like the mark of the devil in the mid lane. Just replace the 6s with G's.
Agreed. Let's talk about Immortals. What do you guys think of this boomer roster with Soaz as the top laner, Smithy joining the jungle, Aika, some random European dude, French, joining Immortals, and then Altec and Hakuo in the bot lane?
And you're gonna have to say boomer for everyone's out there, buddy.
I actually mean it though because this roster is so old.
Like
Soaz,
veteran players, or
yes,
like
they are
shit.
probably like very old. They have
How many years of experience, you say?
so Soaz same years as double lift.
Double width.
Yeah. So that's about since the beginning. Smithy is pretty sure he's like season 2, season 3.
Season 2, holy fuck. How do you keep playing this game for that long?
Aika is like
Oh, I'm sorry, you'll blur that out later, dog.
Aika is just like very old. I don't even know like anything about him. All I know is he's old. Altac is like he joined when Gravity joined, and that was like 2015, 2014. That's when I remember seeing him, at least. I don't know if that's actually how long he's been playing. And then Hakuo he's been playing with Apollo for the past 3-4 years. I think the question with this team is who's their star player? Like, who carries this team. Because SOAS played on that super team with Misfits on Misfits, and it wasn't very good.
The hell is their mid laner? Is it Etika?
Aika. Their coach, Zabutin, is also French. They have 3 French people on that main team, including that coach.
Mm-hmm.
I see white flags at 20 minutes. Every game.
Yeah,
Doesn't look good.
they don't look too good.
Alltech's very good at cleaning up. I think that they'll be a very strong team.
Buddy, you don't think you're a little fast on these transitions?
Now, the question is between this Dumpster Fire Golden roster and this Immortal squad, who wins on this Saturday matchup?
I'm gonna have to go with Golden Guardians.
Really? I'd go with Immortals.
I'd go with Golden Guardians.
Why?
I like Hanser. I know you guys keep saying top lane isn't big anymore because Rift Herald and shit like that, but like, you know, I gotta give respect to some names I actually know.
I think that Immortals will win just because of the overall experience and macro play, but I don't think that'll get them anywhere high in the standings.
All right, next question, Chief.
Let's talk about FlyQuest, this other Dumpster Fire team. FlyQuest has Viper top.
Holy fuck, what am I looking at?
Santorin jungle. Power of Evil mid lane. They have Wild Turtle returning bot lane with Ignar as their support. Ignar is replacing Wadid, which is questionable. They're the same thing, pretty much. Same person, I swear. They just have such similar play styles and career choices. I don't see this roster doing very good in North America. What do you think, CJ, of this roster?
So, as a Riven player myself, I've got to give some respect towards Viper.
Viper with a 1.
Yes, Viper with the 1. Santorin, he's very high placement on like solo queue.
He ended rank 1.
Always top 10. Yeah, he ended rank 1. He's always top 10. Very good solo queue player. Not sure how he's going to turn that into this. Power of Evil. I've only seen like Power of Evil play like maybe 3 games. And one of those games he actually inted Mo. So.
Solo queue games.
Yeah, I don't watch a lot of LCS or anything like that. And I've never heard of this bot lane before.
Maybe we'll do Korea one day, but right now we're doing everybody's favorite terrible region.
The hell? Oh.
If we go to Korea, maybe I can say a little more.
Brother.
Well, Ignar being the only Korean player on that team. The other being a European import in Power of Evil.
Their coach's name be Curry. How are they gonna win with the coach name called Curry?
It's too spicy for the world, man.
Exactly.
I don't have too much to say about this team except I don't know, maybe Viper will get better and be like Licorice, be a carry player.
Alright.
Viper's brother looks like he could be really good in the future when he becomes of age to compete in the LCS.
Is he looking like that so far?
Yeah, I think he's 13 right now. He's peaking in Challenger. He's like top 40 NA right now.
You think he's gonna peak at 13?
He's already peaking. He just, if he can stay good until he's in the age where he can actually play in LCS, I think that he could do really good.
I have just realized that our topics got messed up a bit. So before it was supposed to be Immortals versus 100 Thieves, who would win between that? And just to answer that quickly, I think 100 Thieves easily wins that.
Yeah.
And then
nice job, editor.
Our editor's terrible. He's doing all the work, but he's terrible. It's okay, he's not getting paid. And then Immortals versus this FlyQuest roster. I think Immortals still wins this.
I have faith in Viper.
I'm gonna go underdog. Yeah, we'll go Viper.
Let's just move away from this trash topic. So now we're gonna move into the
TSM.
Monday featured matchup These are the Monday games that Riot has created so that we can watch for entertainment purposes. And I mean that's all of LCS, but like this is, yeah, I don't agree with it.
Looks like we got a rookie versus a Korean veteran, sir.
Yeah. So the Monday matches, or the first one will be Cloud9 versus Evil Geniuses. And for that one, we're gonna for these matchups we're gonna go lane by lane and look at who's gonna win. Do that. So first up is Kumo versus Someday. Kumo, this being his rookie split, even though he can't get rookie of the split because he played too many games last year. And then Someday being this Korean God player in North America. Who do you guys think will win this? This 1v1.
I'm gonna go with Korean God. I don't think any other region does any good.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to go with Someday.
I'm going to have to with you guys with that one. I think that Someday just overall will be a more mechanical and more experienced player versus this quote unquote rookie. It's very confusing how he's a rookie, how he's not a rookie, whatever. The next one we'll be talking about is Sunskarin versus Medios. Sunskarin got MVP in summer, and then Medios is probably one of the best North American-born junglers that we produced as a region. How do you guys think this matchup will go?
Wait, they're just 1v1ing, right?
Well, this is like going lane by lane.
I see. I'm gonna go MVP of summer.
I think
Mr. Svensgaard.
I think I'm gonna have to give it to Medios with these again.
Yeah.
I think Medios will just outpath them. I didn't even think
Damn.
Sunskarin deserved MVP in summer.
Damn.
I think summer overall was kind of bad to watch. So
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with the Medios.
let's talk about the Italian Stallion, Duque versus Ryoma, this Oceanic mid laner. I think that Jizuke is insane gameplay wise, like mechanic wise, and it'll be fun to see him. Probably
PBS,
solo
you
kill him a
wanna
couple
slide
times.
that back a bit? No, that yeah.
What do you think of this matchup, CJ?
So I've never really seen anything about Jizuke.
Really?
Yeah,
Not when you were watching those Caps clips, you didn't see any Jizuke ones?
I did not.
He has a really gross rise, not gonna...
Really gross Rise. I do like the Rise gameplay now.
Yeah. Best rise gameplay. I think that for this matchup, I'm gonna have to give it to Evil Geniuses, okay? Because I don't think players are gonna be that great.
Bro, he's credited as the Italian Stallion.
Yeah.
Damn, I might have to go that one just on name alone.
I like the name, the Italian Stallion. You know.
Now we'll move on to a person or player that you'll be experienced with, CJ. Bang versus Cody Sun. Bang being a 2-time world champion on SKT, and Cody Sun being the second best North American ADC we produced. How do you think this matchup goes? Who do you think will carry team fights harder?
Okay, so personally, I think that Bang is pretty washed up now.
I agree.
Sadly, I hate to see it. Hate to say it.
Hate to see it happen, folks.
Yeah, hate to see it happen.
Do you think he was just washed up, or do you think that was because Aframe was holding him back?
But is Zazel any better?
I mean, Zazel's different. He has a beard.
But he
he has
if you had to choose Aframu or Zazel, who are you picking?
I think if we're talking if we're talking 2018, I think I'd go Zazel. I think Zazel Bang would probably work a lot better than Afro Bang. Just because with that bot lane of Afro Bang, you don't really have... It just feels weird.
Yeah.
They're just too experienced, but if you have Bang Zazel, who Zazel pretty much a rookie, or like he's new to the LCS. I guess he's played for a couple years now, but he's like a newer player. So I think that Bang will be able to get him to lane how he wants.
Yeah, I feel like that could actually do good. I'm gonna have to go with Bang because I love Bang.
Even though you said he's washed up, you're gonna go with him?
He is washed up for sure. I feel like he was so much better before. But maybe with the new support player?
You're saying his potential is there. Right now, he ain't showing it right now.
Yeah. Like, if Zeyzal maybe comes out and, like, shows up a little more than Aftermoo was, that Bang easily can carry these fights.
I think I agree with that. To a certain extent. Because Bang is a teamfight player. I didn't ever really see him that great in, like... He's like he's pretty much the Sneaky of Korea.
Yeah.
I think that Cody Sun will end up winning the matchup just because Cody Sun is able to survive lane, play with like multiple terrible. He's always found a way to pop off in fights. Carry his team. So I think that I'm gonna have to give it to the NA player. I know everybody hates that. Everybody hates North America, but
they don't hate it. They just don't perform, from what I know.
Now we'll talk about just the supports. Zeyzal versus Stunt. I don't even know like what to put to make Stunt sound exciting. I'm gonna be real. Just played on Immortals once and disappeared into 100 Thieves Academy.
So where is he on right now?
Stunt?
Yeah.
He's on 100 Thieves.
Oh, he's on 100 Thieves now?
Oh yeah. And then Zeyzal, his career went from mediocre to really good to last year kind of bad. I think because he has a short career that it'll keep going up. So I think I'm gonna give this one to Zeyzal and EG. What do you guys think of this matchup?
I think I'm gonna have to go with Zeyzal as well.
I mean, he has a beard. I have a beard.
Yeah, he's one of the like in LCS. There's only like 3 people with beards, like neck beards.
Still.
On man, they gotta look presentable for the audience.
Are you saying that beards aren't presentable?
No, but like if they're unkept, you look like a hobo. You gotta keep it nice and trimmed.
Feel attacked.
I'm not attacking you.
So now that we've given a small rundown of player versus player, what team do you think will win? EG. I'm gonna have to go. I think with this one for 100 Thieves, I think the experience and overall mechanical play is just a lot more superior. Yeah, and I think that they'll probably have a lot better macro play style because 3 players have already played together.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with 100 Thieves.
What about you, Pink?
100 Thieves, no doubt.
Now let's talk about. I'm actually pretty hyped for this one. Team Liquid versus TSM. The first lane we'll go is Attack versus Broken Blade, or BB. I think for this one, that it could go either or. I don't think player good or bad. I think they're pretty solid. Solid and above average. That makes sense.
Gotta be if they're in here.
Good point.
I'm actually really excited to see TSM play this split, or play in general.
Yeah.
Because I also watched their bootcamp video.
Daddy.
And yeah, like Dardoch and Broken Blade look like they have this insane synergy together.
You know what? I watched today Broken Blade and Dardoch do an interview with Travis Gafford, and it sounds like they're ready to pop off as a top jungle duo.
Yeah.
I'm kind of excited to see that.
And Broken Blade's the Turkish warrior, you know?
I agree with that. He is very Turkish. He is very much a warrior. Let's talk about the jungle matchup because top lane is just kind of...
It's It's not really there right now.
It's not. So I have Pobelter and Broxa listed here because, week 1. But Broxa versus Dardoch. I think that Dardoch just wins this because of mechanical play and just overall very cocky.
I think that between Brox and Dardoch,
Who's stronger?
that it's going to be a coin flip, 50-50.
Who lifts more is the question. Dardoch or Broxa? Broxa does. If he lifts before a game, his arms are going to hurt. Therefore, Dardoch wins because Broxa's too tired to play.
Oh. But between Pobelter and Dardoch, I think Dardoch wins easily.
Yeah, it's the same as Blabber versus Pobelter.
Yeah. It's just the experience is gonna, take over.
Do you think that Dardoch's gonna be toxic on TSM? I don't think he's been toxic for the past 2 teams been on, being Optic and Echo Fox. I think that he's reformed and people just keep his toxic.
People aren't letting him escape the past.
Just because of Breaking Point, and let's be fair, Loco Doco was a fucking terrible coach.
Oh yeah, Loco Doco was actually terrible. I actually tried watching his podcast the other day.
Oh no, I can't watch that. It's so bad.
And it was so bad. Like, it's just arguing the entire podcast.
They didn't even get to episode 100, Jimmy, because he got flamed so hard.
Yeah.
Oh, it was terrible.
I hope we can make it to episode 100. Holy hell.
We barely made it through 1.
You're right.
Now, so for this matchup, it's just Dardoch's gonna win. For the mid lane matchup, you have the Battle of the Danes. You got Jensen versus Beard.
Beardson. The Beard.
I think you can make an argument for both, but overall, mechanic-wise, I think Jensen.
I like Mr. Burger's son.
I think... Shit, I like both players. It's hard to say here. I think that Bjergsen will show up more. I think that the Beard is gonna win here.
I think Jensen's gonna pull out some Casio and Oriana and just roll him over.
Absolutely rolled?
Yes.
That's what you're saying? Oh, yeah.
Bodied by Jensen, not sponsored.
But what if Jensen can't reach his seat?
Okay then. I mean, I
guess I know people under 6 foot kind of have that problem sometimes. Like my friend Andrew, sometimes needs his booster seat. No,
I don't think
when he gets up in his chair, he can't touch the ground.
I think Beard's respectful enough to not bully him like Sven with a Z.
I mean, Sven did kind of get smacked that game,
Imagine not eating in front of the team.
Imagine.
Because I can't. Yeah, I think Jensen wins between Beard and Jensen. How about you, Dylan?
I said I like Mr. Burger's son, Mr. Burger Dad.
No reasoning, just.
Oh, he's pretty good.
Okay, let's move on to the bot lane. We have Ylang Peng versus Habe. What do you guys think of this? These two players playing against each other. The NAED God versus some Splice player.
Mr. Editor, you messed up twice now.
Who's
Kidding.
Who's the other team's jungler or bot laner? Not Kabe.
The other Double Lift and Kabe.
Okay, I couldn't remember who it was at first.
Already insulting Double Lift, man. I swear.
Actually, I was watching Double Lift stream yesterday.
Damn.
I sat there for a good 3 hours watching them because I was trying to kind of prepare, so I don't go in and just flame Double Lift because I don't really like Double Lift that much. But
you don't like anybody with a personality, but okay, excluding Dardoch.
Is that why he's your friend?
But Double Lift yesterday he was doing with Swifty. By the way, I don't know why Swifty's not on the team yet.
Agreed.
And I will not lie, I did like what I seen. Other than the game he played Lucian, he got fragged by Zed every team fight. there was one team fight where the Zed R'd him, and then after Zed already did his damage, he flashed away, wasting the flash.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that I'm going to have to give this one the double lift, as he's just good.
The most recent gameplay I've seen of Kave was the SKT versus Splice series. I've watched a bit of Kave before, and just overall seems quite oriented. Very similar to Cody-san, but I don't think better. And double lift already destroys Cody-san, so I think that double lift is probably gonna destroy Kave. Bio Daddy. What about you, Dylan?
Hard meme answer. 69 is a nice number. I'm gonna go with Kabe.
Let's talk about the support difference, as Double Lift likes to put it. Have Core JJ versus Biofrost or Bio Daddy. I think that Core JJ takes it because one Brain Dead 86 previous world champion. He has that going for him. Biofrost just got traded for onto TSM from CLC, so I think kind of takes. What about you, C?
Okay, so Biofrost, he invaded CLG for the past couple of years. He's invaded, and now he came back to TSM.
Yeah.
He was on a stealth mission,
to do.
but he has returned home, like the Russian spy he is.
Mm-hmm.
I think with this newly found knowledge, that he can come out of nowhere with these insane plays on, I don't even know what champion he's going to play.
Bard,
maybe Thresh. The Bio Thresh. I think that Cortez is going to win. I'm going to be real with you.
Yeah, I agree. What about you, Dylan? You're on your phone, like usual.
what you mean? I was looking at the questions. It's like
The ones that are right in front of you?
Oh, okay. They are different. There are variances, right? Because you have typed 3 different ones, and Chris here already has a hard job as it is.
We're already falling apart.
PV already has a hard job as it is, okay, buddy? You can't cuck him like that. I was just looking it over. But anyways,
I was joking, but I see how this is.
I'm going to go with Core JJ.
Okay, so we have the 3P people. Now, who wins between TSM and Team Liquid? I think personally that it's going to be pretty close, and I think that TL will probably end up coming on top. Even though they'll have Pobelter, I think that TL will probably win.
I honestly have to say this is a game between the bot lanes.
Really? You think this is a bot lane only game?
Well, because Bajorks and Jensen, I feel like this is going to be like a coin flip matchup. They're both really good players.
Yeah.
Dardoch is obviously a lot more experienced than Pobelter, so in that sense,
But that being said, you don't think that it's gonna come down to team fights?
No, it will come back down to team fights. I'm saying whoever has more priority of the bot side for Dragons. Because if Double Lift has priority, it's going to be a lot easier for Pobelter to come in and get a dragon.
I agree.
So if Kami and Biofrost underperform,
which they probably will,
that's going to make it so much easier for Pobelter to do anything in the jungle. Therefore, Dardoch can't bully him out of it.
I agree with that. Unless it also comes down to mid lane matchup as well, because if Jensen does end up getting kind of smacked by Bjergsen in CS differential and getting pushed in, then I think that, Dardoch will have more freedom to just attack that bot side jungle.
It depending on how the dragons go, if Pobelter can secure dragons, I think that TL just wins.
Agreed.
But
well, I feel like any team with dragons just straight up win, do they not?
That is kind of meta.
Yeah, right now it's like a lot of jungle is such an important role.
The question right now is which one of these rosters who gets that Dragon Prio?
Who is the best jungler so far?
Bardock?
I'm gonna have to go with that then. Bardock.
The TSM.
Bardock's team, TSM. I'm gonna go with them.
So,
I want to say TSM, but Pobelter's not that bad at jungle.
you say that, but I'm gonna have to see it to believe it.
Yeah, like it really depends. Like if they just put him on Skarner duty or something, like it's not that hard to play Skarner.
This is all paper duty right now. This is just which roster looks better on paper.
On paper, I have to say TSM looks better. Before Broxa. After Broxa, TL is better.
So we have two people, being me and CJ, agreeing on Team Liquid win, and then Dylan being TSM win.
Yeah.
C9 or EG. I'm happy with both of them won.
Yeah, but like C9 doesn't have sneaky, so how does that make you feel?
They're still gonna win.
You still enjoy
If not,
all,
then
you
Evil
still
Genius
enjoy
wins.
all the C9 shirts you bought?
Yes.
This sounds like a diehard fan. Sounds a little biased.
Microflame, but yeah. That was our last topic, and I think we're gonna close this out.
No, we can let's like talk about some things we want to wrap up. You know, anything. You know.
Do you guys have something to wrap up?
I would like to say one thing. So with 100 Thieves having Yasuo, the Hamudi, on their streaming team right now, and possibly putting him in Summer Split, how do you guys feel with that?
I think that he'll end up playing Academy because I saw a little. I saw their whole facility tour thing, and there's a little micro flash of LCS mid laner in there.
Yeah.
So I think he might end up playing Academy, or like replacing Ryoma when he ends up being garbage.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like, if he replaces Ryoma in that Summer Split, like, I think that Hamudi can show up because when he puts his mind to it and he just concentrates, like when we saw him go to Korea.
I think the only time I've been really impressed with Yasuo's play was when he played in Europe.
Yeah, Europe. Whenever he played in Europe, he actually beat
ago.
Baker in lane in Europe. The most recent during Worlds, the most recent boot camp for SKT.
He was
Mo
winning on
as
other
Syndra.
champions and not just Yasuo.
No, it was on Syndra.
No, but the one I saw, he was winning on other champions and not just Yasuo. Like, it was majority other champions.
That's not
Yeah.
Syndra.
Yeah, like Mo
You know
is
what, you have a
practicing
point.
so many other champions. He's honestly one out of like streamers alone. He is probably one of the hardest grinders I've ever seen.
I agree with that. He does seem to grind a lot. Provides a lot of entertainment when he's tilted.
It's
Yes.
actually,
Dog company, woof woof.
I don't know. I don't really. Unpopular opinion. I don't know. I don't really like Mo that much. Like realistically.
I can see the unappealing reasonings.
Yeah.
But T1 versus Mo, that matchup, the only matchup we look forward to.
The only one with like spicy entertainment. Holy shit! Anything with T1? Oh goddamn!
I mean, T1's just a god, so bye bye Mo. Bye bye LP.
If he could reach.
You know,
Mo.
during their 10K bet, that the game that Mo hit or that Tyler One hit Masters on, Mo actually carried him that game.
I'm not surprised. T1 had to make him feel better about himself. Because, you know, that Yasuo personality just goes down the drain when he loses.
My favorite part was when Mo he smashed his desk during that bet. Actually,
I did not see that clip. I do not watch Mo because I just can't watch his
he
stream.
was smashing his desk, and he actually had to find the keys and put them back on his keyboard.
Our editor is signaling to wrap it up. Would you,
All right.
CJ? Would you like to plug your Twitch on
Plug
this
my Twitch, of course.
0 subscriber channel?
Guys, we can go over to twitch.tv/intcarlos right after this is uploaded, and use your free Twitch Prime
I wanna see your
subs
face,
there.
man. There you go. Look how
All you
nice
have to do is link your
face you
Amazon
got.
account to your Twitch account, and bam, easy money.
He wants donations. He's poor.
You
Help
can
him.
also use it on this account. Smile.
You
That's
could
true.
use it on this account, but
Does our own editor want to plug in his Twitch? Ah. So this has been the Late Crew podcast.
You guys are
Thank you
plugging
for
shit in
watching
first
it.
episode. What the
We're gonna
fuck,
wrap it up
guys?
because we don't want penguins
Holy
talking.
hell.
Good night.